guys, so today I'm here to reflect on my 2018 reading goals. So I had another dud of a year, so I didn't complete any of my reading goals and I feel really bad about that, but it's just like, what can you do really? Like, what can you do? Stressing about it isn't going to help me feel any better, so I just got to kind of let it go and get past it and just be like, okay, we'll have a new year next year, and I really feel like reading goals aren't for me, but I still want to attempt to have like some sort of format going for the year just so that I have something to work towards. But still, I'm going to go through my goals that I set for myself at the start of the year and just reflect on it. The ultimate goal that pretty much all of us book lovers have is the Goodreads reading goal. So last year I didn't meet my Goodreads goal, and that really upset me because the past couple of years before that I was always meeting it, and I just felt really bad that I was never completing these goals. I didn't really feel great about it in 2017 where I didn't complete it because my goal was 100 books and I read 94. And this year I set it as 80 books because I was working a lot more and I knew I wouldn't have as much time. And I've only read 71 books so far this year, and I just do not have enough time to read 9 books before the end of the year. It is again another really sad thing because I lessened it, but it was still too much for me. And this year especially, I've been very much lagging in what I've been reading because I just haven't been feeling like reading a lot of the time. So I've just been kind of pushing myself to keep reading, and I go through stages where I would read a lot because I got excited again, but then I just dwindled out, and I was definitely spiking up and down with my level of wanting to read, and that definitely stopped me from reading more than I could have. And another thing I was attempting to do this year was to make my TBR smaller, and that did not work. At the start of the year I did start out with 305 books on my TBR, and at this stage right now, as of today, my TBR is at 382 books, and I had a goal of trying to get my TBR down to at least 265. But it didn't happen. I just kept buying books and receiving books, and I've just accumulated so many that I actually have no more space for them. But I'm still gonna be one of those people that keeps buying books. Like, everything that I try to do to lessen my spending seems to make it that I buy more books. So I've just been trying everything, and I have issues here. And this is the other issue too, is when you have too many books, people are all like, oh, you could just unhaul them. But it's like, I don't want to unhaul because I already did an unhaul earlier this year and I got rid of all the books that I really didn't want. Everything that's here, I do want to read it. It's just there is some that I want to read more than others, but I don't want to get rid of books just because I have too many. And that's probably bad, but my other way that I was trying to call my TBR was doing the Project 5, where it was you read 5 books before you're allowed to buy 1. At the start of 2017, I was really good and I saved up about 20 of them where I wasn't buying any books really, and then I just started spending a lot of money, and it's kind of been going on since. I was trying to make up for it, but I think that I've like cancelled it out by like 50 rounds of that, so I don't know if it's gonna work. So that's why I'm really excited about the TBR money challenge. Hopefully I'll have more incentive to read, and also to read a wider range of different books and just pick from all different spots in my TBR. And then when I have the money to spend from that challenge, I'm gonna feel really good about it, and that should just be really good. My goal with Project 5 now really is to just make up for what I've bought, and hopefully that will just help in some way. Another goal I had was to read all of my anticipated reads, and honestly by the end of the year there's about 3 or 4 of them that I don't want to read anymore. I've only actually managed to read 15 of my anticipated reads when I had a list of about 40. This is something that I really didn't realize at the start of the year when I was like, hey, I'm gonna reread the Throne of Glass series and all the Shadowhunter Chronicles, because that is 20 books that I've currently already read getting reread, and that was not helping my TBR, and that was not helping me get through new releases. I have a big backup of new releases sitting on my shelf because it's easy enough to buy them, but to actually get the time to read these books, I just did not find the time to do that. So I find that trying to force myself to read all these new releases is just too difficult right now. Seriously, just cannot do it. My other goal was to complete 20 series, and this is one that I don't feel that bad about not completing because I have already completed 11 series over the year, but this is just one about trying to finish series, and it's just like more of an incentive than an actual like do it. I get really excited every time I do finish a series and I can tick it off the list and just be happy that I've read another one. This is the one that I'm least angry about. I feel like I'm always gonna just challenge myself to read 20 series. I've never managed to actually complete that goal, but that is something that I feel like I can accept and I'm okay with. Most of my goals for this year was about getting my TBR smaller, and I just cannot deal with the stress that I keep going through when I buy a new book and I feel horrible about it when it's a book that I really want to read. And it's not something that I am in denial about. I know that I have a lot of books on my TBR, and I know that I have too many books in my room, but it's just an impulse to keep buying them and to experience the joy of buying books, because I'm not feeling that much joy from just reading, and buying is really helping me get through a lot of stuff. Really, next year I'm going to try and have a lot more of a leisurely amount of goals, and I am going to film a separate video in a couple of days to explain to you what the goals are, because because I don't think I could film the video right now because talking about this is stressing me out right now and I just need some time. Hopefully you enjoyed this look back on all the goals that I wanted to attempt but did not successfully complete at all. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!